Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday, the 8th day of May. Today is Free Trade Day, so that's nice. Iris Day
Iris
today.
like the flowers or the
Probably.
eyeballs?
I'll bet both. National Animal Disaster Preparedness Day, so be ready for animal disasters.
Alrighty.
Our little animal, we have a little puppy. She's had some disasters in the house lately. She's learning.
yes.
She's getting better. Not much, but she's getting better. National Coconut Cream Pie Day. Oh, I love that. National Give Someone a Cupcake Day. National Have a Coke Day. No Socks Day. I have a friend that never wears socks, and he never wears shoes. He walks around barefoot, like all the
Really?
time. Yeah. It's also donate a day's wages to a charity day. So I got 48 cents to give somebody.
This is some lucky charity.
And National School Nurse Day. And there's other things too, but we're not going to get to all of those because we have to also tell you about our guest. We've got very funny comedian Preacher Lawson from America's Got Talent. He'll be on the program in a bit.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. According to new research, the perfect movie length is just 92 minutes. A poll of 2,000 adults found that the average person is totally done with 2 and 3 hour blockbusters and would much rather just get out of the movie theater and get it over with in an hour and a half. I agree, by the way. 15% said they prefer a movie that's 2 hours or longer. You people are weird. I'm just kidding. 2% felt that a movie should be longer than 2.5 hours. So, yeah, most people.
Longer than 2.5 hours, no, but
Yeah.
I don't mind going to a 2-hour movie.
A 2-hour movie's okay, but like an hour and a half, I think that's about the right amount of time. Because, then at that point, popcorn's gone and, drinks are gone. My milk duds are gone, So it's like it's almost time, to have this thing over so I can go get some more food. Now you know.
Go out to eat.
Now you know what my issue is. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know that Elizabeth Tower, that is the clock tower in London that holds the clock Big Ben?
Okay.
Did you know
I
that?
did not know that.
Did you know that tower is leaning?
I did
It's
not.
leaning so much that you can now notice it with the naked eye. And at some point, it will be at the same angle as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You know how long it's going to take to get there?
How long?
4,000 years.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I don't know that they're really worried about it yet, but someday. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Tyra Banks apparently just had her first alcoholic beverage as an adult, and she downed it to ring in the big 5-0. She said she wanted it to be her most authentic self while she was celebrating her big birthday back in December and was inspired to try new things. So she spent the day enjoying all kinds of stuff, but she said she just really had never had an alcoholic beverage. That was something that was not part of her clean living life.
Wow.
And she
Good
tried
for her.
on her 50th, and she goes, it wasn't worth it. She said, this is nasty. And Jerry Seinfeld crashed the Saturday Night Live Weekend Update segment with Colin Jost, introduced him as a man who did too much press. The Seinfeld star has been on a press tour promoting his Netflix movie Unfrosted, which he directed and starred in. He arrived appearing frazzled at the update desk, not knowing what they were going to ask him. Anyway, had some fun with it. And he said, do you think this is how I wanted to spend my 26th birthday? So apparently, I don't know if that was Jerry that said that or if that was Colin Jost. I didn't know either of them were 26.
They are not.
All right. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. There are a number of things that could contribute to your risk of depression. Among them, family history and environmental stressors. But over the past few years, the effects of diet on depression have attracted considerable attention. You know, like when you run out of the last piece of pizza. I don't think that's what they're talking about. According to a new study reported in Psychology Today, there are three main ways that you could eat, things that you eat could affect your chances of suffering from depression. Are you ready for these, Heidi?
Sure.
It says, those who do not eat meat have a higher incidence or risk of anxiety and depression. So if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, if you do not eat meat, you have a higher risk of anxiety and depression, according to this study. Another one, low-quality carbohydrates are associated with an increased risk of depression. So low-quality carbohydrates, what would that be?
Would be like your French fries. And I mean, because there are good carbs, but...
Okay. And then consuming high-quality proteins and high-quality carbohydrates, especially at dinner, is associated with a reduced risk of depression. This would include fruits and whole grains and red vegetables like beets and radishes and bell peppers, carrots, red onions, and tomatoes.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good to know. You know what? I agree with most of that. And Disney's Magic Kingdom now has a Michelin Magic as well. The restaurant Victoria and Albert's as Disney World's Grand Floridian Resort is the first theme park eatery ever to earn a Michelin star. They're the happiest place on earth, but they offer two different menus, a standard bill of fare at $295 and a chef's tasting, which runs $395. Optional wine pairing starts at $155.
Jeepers.
They also offer a water list, ornate coffee and tea service, and collection of more than 500 wines from 35 regions.
That's a whole different Disney experience than I've ever had.
Yeah, that's different. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We have a very funny comedian joining us right now. We've had him on the program in the past. Welcome back, Mr. Preacher Lawson, and you've got a new special out.
I do have a new special out, and if you don't watch it, I'm going to cry.
Well, I've already watched it, so you don't need to cry. And I got to tell you, I laughed because it's funny. But one of the things that I thought was really neat, I don't want to spoil or anything, but I'll just say the person who introduced you, I thought that was an amazing way to start your second special.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, she's awesome. She opens for me. She does comedy. She's great. And, you're not spoiling anything. That's my mom. My mom, she's my favorite mom. Yeah,
you've known her your whole life, I'll bet.
Whole life, man. Whole life, yeah.
For folks that don't know who Preacher Lawson is, he's a very funny stand-up comic, but you kind of became nationally known because of a TV show called America's Got Talent, right? Is that kind of the first big thing that you did nationally?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I've ever done. I mean, I've had a couple of things go really well, but that was the biggest thing I've ever done. It was, I didn't know it was that big. Like, I was kind of like, oh, it's going to be cool. I'm going to be on a TV show. But I really didn't think it was going to be that big, and it was way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
When you walked out on the stage, you had all of these people, and that's a gigantic theater where they record that. And you got these 4 judges you're trying to impress, but you instantly impressed the entire theater when you walked out. And just your demeanor, just everything about it, I thought that was like the perfect example of what that show is really, really meant to be.
Yeah, before I got on stage, that was the most nervous I had ever been in my entire life. I was terrified.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I was so terrified, and I was like, all right, be yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, you're silly, have fun. I was like, get out there and own the stage.
Yeah.
So I just went out there, I did my field of the walk, and then people always remembered it too.
The clip of that show has been shared over and over and over on social media. And then in addition to having that wonderful platform, America's Got Talent, to launch things, you've been on The Tonight Show, you've been all over the place doing all kinds of fun things, and you had already done one special, but now you've got special number 2. And where did you film this special? It's somewhere near and dear to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I filmed it on the street from where I'm at right now, man. I filmed it at Burbank Colony Theater, so it was awesome. It looks beautiful, and it was expensive. So it was, but it was worth it, man. It's a really good special.
And that's fairly close to where you live, right?
Yeah, it's down the street, like 15 minutes maybe.
So that's kind of cool. You're going to film your special. I'm going to go up the street 15 minutes and film this amazing special. And the thing that's cool, anybody could do that, but it wouldn't always look as beautiful as that. You've got an amazing theater for your special. It looks really good, and the audience there loved it as well.
Yeah, they were awesome, man. They did a really good job at laughing, which is what you need for a special. It'd be really awkward if they weren't laughing.
Yeah, that would.
But it'd be super awkward. It wouldn't be a special.
One of the other things that I found kind of funny as I'm watching, the number of times you go, we're going to cut this out of the special. This is not going to make it to the special. And then it made it, which, again, I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I kept saying that. It kept, yeah. Man, you really did watch my special. That's awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell you I watched it if I didn't watch it. It's good. I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy.
Oh, man, awesome. Okay, cool. That makes it feel even better. Who's your favorite comedian?
I would have to say probably Brian Regan. He is just such a funny guy. We've met him numerous times.
Oh, my God.
Isn't he just the funniest?
He is my favorite comedian.
And the number of comics that I've talked to who say he's their favorite, I feel like, we're doing something right if we all think that guy's funny.
Yeah, he's brilliant. That you too, that bit, oh, my gosh. It's so funny. Yeah, he's a brilliant writer, and he's clean, and yeah, he's awesome.
And you are also a clean comic, and that's something that, for the most part, and there's some things that maybe, but in the special, I really like when you were talking about your audition where you didn't want to say certain words. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was a true story, man. I was doing an audition, and it was the first time I cussed, but I really wanted the role because I remember Will Smith was in it, and I love Will Smith. So I was like, all right, I'll cuss to be in this role. Because I used to be like, don't send me any roles with cuss words in it, And I was like, I'll cut with it, and I just couldn't hold it in. The woman got mad at me. The woman commented, she was like, I can't even watch it with my children because they're cussing. And it's like, what? I didn't, like, I did a joke about it.
Exactly. No, I thought it was wonderful. Well, Preacher, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. And again, if you watch the special and you're a fan of Preacher, you're going to be a bigger fan because your personality just shines through everything. And again, I think you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Again, Preacher Lawson has been our guest today. The special is out right now. I've got a link to it so you can find it. I've got a link to the trailer for it as well. It's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average child, this is the average child, will eat 1,500 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before graduating high school. Do you think that was you?
Oh, no.
You ate more or less than that?
Less.
I
Far
did too.
less.
I ate way less than that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I had a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches, though. 'Cause
I love
making
grilled
those.
cheese sandwiches, yeah.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your hair grows faster in the morning than it does later in the day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Snakes are immune to their own poison. So if you have like a venomous, poisonous, deadly snake,
Well, I would think so.
and it bites itself and be like, that's okay, because I'm
Why
immune
would
to
it
this.
bite itself?
I don't know. Got confused, thought it was a different snake. I don't know the rules. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Somebody did a study to figure this stuff out, so I'm sure it happened.
I guess so.
All right, our final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Schoolhouses were traditionally painted red because it was the cheapest paint available at the time.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's probably why they painted barns that color too then. All right, several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. In a survey, they say that this is the most common lie that kids tell. What is it? I think we've talked about this.
Oh, gosh.
Did you? Yes, I did.
I don't know.
Did you brush your teeth? Oh, of course I did, Mom. No, you didn't. Get in there and brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth is a good idea. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A story from New Mexico. A woman arrived home from work to find a guy in her kitchen. Tommy Lang was heating up a bowl of soup and stirring up a glass of Nestle Quick when she rushed next door to call the police. Upon further investigation, turns out this guy had eaten a lot of the victim's food, put on a pair of her shoes, ripped up some of her photos, rearranged her toiletries. Furthermore, he claimed that he had been dating the woman, quote, since preschool, and said that he lives with her in the house. The woman told police, I've never seen this man before in my life. Charged with breaking and entering and destruction of property. So
that would be scary.
Don't know what was going on there. Here's the thing. Either that guy was going nuts or they had a terrible breakup and she just had him arrested. And either way is pretty interesting if you ask me. And they're both weird. That's why it's today's Weird News. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I was going to share this earlier, and I completely forgot to do it. It's the funniest racehorse names, because the Kentucky Derby
the
just
Kentucky
happened.
Derby, yeah.
So, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Oh,
that
cute.
was one of the racehorse names. May the horse be with you.
Oh, that's
I like
cute.
That.
I like that.
Ha, ha, ha. That was the name of that horse. Hoof-hearted. Hoof-hearted. Yeah. Hoof-hearted.
That's adorable.
Passing Wind was the name of another horse. Waikikamukow is another one. Waikikamukow in the lead.
Okay.
Geespot. G-Spot was the name of that one. R was the other one. And then this one, it says caution, but the name is literally Wear the Fox Hat. And I'm not going to say it quickly because apparently that's why there's caution involved.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So that's the list brought to you by our good friends at BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis by allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Quote today is from Theodore Roosevelt, also known as Teddy by his good friends.
Gotta love Teddy.
Teddy says, when you're asked if you can do a job, tell them, certainly I can. Then get busy and find out how to do it. You know what? Too many times I believe I've done that. I'm like, I can figure this out.
I can verify that.
Nowadays, at least I can go on YouTube and go, how to run a skid loader. All right. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And our quote today, I think, is such a cool thing. This is just a really cool story, and I know some people who are working this division of a hospital. I can't speak today. NICU nurse and a former patient reunite 22 years later at this young lady's nursing graduation ceremony.
Aww.
So this is a really cool story from Michigan. Heartwarming twist of fate. Isabella Van Kalumberg, I probably said it wrong, unintentionally, sorry. 22-year-old nursing graduate experienced a really cool reunion during this pinning ceremony at their campus. She was pinned by none other than Sarah Longest. Now, a lot of people will be going, who's that? Well, she's the neonatal intensive care nurse who once cared for a young girl who was born prematurely.
Oh,
and it was her, this girl.
That is so great.
So she was born on September 30th, 2001, weighing a mere 2 pounds, 7 ounces. Her journey began under compassionate care of Longest, this lady.
I love that.
For 42 days, she provided dedicated care to this fragile newborn before she would finally get to go home. Fast forward to present day, this young lady stands on the brink of realizing her own dream of becoming a nurse who does exactly what this lady did.
Love that.
The pinning ceremony, a traditional rite of passage for nursing graduates, became even more special when these two shared a proud, meaningful moment. Set against the backdrop of their high school auditorium, the Longest, that's the lady's last name, pinned the other young lady with pride and joy, symbolizing not just the completion of her academic journey, but also the remarkable journey of her life itself. So this is such a cool thing, and there's a great photo of the two of them standing next to each other, and there's also like an action shot of her getting her pin on stage, and there's an image of this young lady from way back 22 years ago holding a baby. And it's really cool to look at this and just think, you know, how cool that is that you gave this young lady hope.
That's pretty
and now
cool.
she's out doing what you did to pass that on to the next generation. Love it. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.